All right, another question from Brian Eliason. Brian, this is a great question. What are the pros and cons of Linatex versus latex? All right, I'm gonna preface this by saying that Linatex is no longer manufactured to the same standard as it was a couple of years ago. We're not able to source a Linatex with a consistent cross-sectional thickness. I don't know why they've not done that anymore. Well, I do know why. It's a mining product. It's not made for slingshots. It's not made for sporting goods. It's not made to tight tolerances. They did have a tight tolerance manufacturing spec that we could order from, and that's how we purchased Linatex in the past. Let me step back one time there. Linatex, Linatex, that is actually how it's pronounced, Linatex. And so the Linatex guys, I'm sorry. I know you're gonna see this because you've got a great legal department. We know that from the past by offering your products. But we no longer offer Linatex because we can't get it in good consistency. It's too variable. The variability from edge to edge is just too great. It's hard to get good band sets out of it. So let's step back to the days to when Linatex was good and the pros and cons versus latex. So the big pro with Linatex, it had really high elongation factor. It was advertised at 800% before failure. It really was stretchy. Another thing that was nice about Linatex, it was very robust. Again, it was made for mining. They actually lined chutes with this. So it was in contact with all sorts of chemicals, petrochemicals. So it was very resistant to environmental contaminants. It was very ding resistant. It didn't nick very easily. It was just robust. It was heavy. Now, I would say that's a con. It threw rocks really nicely. It threw heavy ammo nicely. But if you compare it to latex, and we're just going to pretend here that this is pre-era of slingshot-specific latex, and we'll compare it to, say, pure medical latex, like we used to sell. There was really no comparison. For slingshot-sized projectiles, latex wins all day, every day, even in the era before slingshot-specific latex. Linatex was something that I think it had a lot of nostalgia around it. It was red. I think a lot of folks remember growing up with tree fork slingshots with inner tubes out of old Fords when it was the old pre-butyl rubber, the old red rubber, which was actually, that was pretty good bands. My granddad, he made them himself. So I think a lot of people remember it that way. It has a feel similar to the feel of pull, similar to that old rubber. Not a lot of people have experienced it. It's got a better sense of pull than a gum rubber of equal thickness. And it's robust. It looks cool. The red looks cool. Really good for shooting arrows. But when slingshots, shooting spherical projectiles, just zero comparison. Latex is a superior product in every way. It retracts faster. It's easier to cut. It has better cross-sectional consistency. So between Linatex and latex, latex is always going to win. And likewise, we don't even carry Linatex anymore just because it's not even worth our time to purchase these overly expensive rolls of material that have very variable thicknesses. So great question. Thanks for bringing that one to us. Stick around for more.